Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news as we edge closer to the start of training camp, which is now just around the corner. The excitement and anticipation for the San Francisco 49ers are reaching new heights. And let me tell you, there's a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to the team's roster building and strategic moves for this upcoming season. The 49ers, as we all know, are a franchise that prides itself on meticulous planning, smart acquisitions, and building a roster that can contend for that elusive Super Bowl title. But as always, the NFL never stays still, and teams are constantly adjusting, especially during the offseason, to maximize their chances of success. The big story currently is the team's efforts to shore up their depth chart, both offensively and defensively, ahead of what promises to be an intense and competitive season. With roughly 3 weeks remaining until the pads go on and the drills get serious, the 49ers management, led by General Manager John Lynch, is busy exploring all options, especially cost-effective veteran additions that can provide stability and experience without breaking the bank. The goal: to fill in the gaps, to ensure that even if injuries strike or players underperform, the team remains tough, resilient, and ready to compete at the highest level. Now, one of the most talked about areas right now is the wide receiver room. The 49ers have a lot to celebrate with their young guns, no doubt. Ricky Pearsall, entering his second year, showed flashes of promise last season, proving that he's a player worth developing. Joan Jennings, on the other hand, had a career year in 2024, showcasing his reliability, especially in the red zone, and his ability to step up when the team needed him most. But despite these bright spots, there's a lingering concern. Brandon Ayuk's status remains somewhat uncertain as he recovers from an injury that kept him out for parts of last season. His health and return to full strength are critical, not just for the offense's rhythm, but also for the overall depth at wide receiver. So naturally, the question arises: should the 49ers look to bring in an experienced veteran to fill that gap temporarily? The answer, it seems, is yes. The team has already shown interest in adding a seasoned player, with reports indicating that veteran wideout Gabe Davis recently visited the 49ers for a workout. Head coach Kyle Shanahan himself confirmed this interest, emphasizing that the team is always monitoring situations, always exploring options. Shanahan's words are telling when he says, "It's how we handle every situation. We monitor everything." It's clear that the 49ers are not leaving anything to chance. They understand the importance of having reliable targets for quarterback Brock Purdy, especially as he steps into what could be his most crucial year yet. Gabe Davis, for those who might not be fully familiar, is a talented receiver with a lot of upside. He's known for his speed, his ability to stretch defenses, and his knack for making big plays down the field. With his size and athleticism, Davis could be a perfect complement to Ayuk and Pearsall, giving Purdy a versatile and dependable trio in the passing game. And interestingly, Davis has already had experience with high-caliber NFL offenses, which makes him a smart, cost-effective addition, someone who can step in and contribute right away without requiring a lengthy adjustment period. But the 49ers aren't just focusing on the offensive side of the ball. Their defensive secondary, which has been a strength in recent years, is also in the process of reshaping itself. With Charvarius Ward no longer on the roster, the team faces a challenge in finding a true lockdown corner to cover the league's top receivers. The secondary has some promising young talent, like Diamador Lenoir and Tree Brown, but they're still relatively unproven at this stage. The team needs a veteran presence, someone who can bring leadership, stability, and a high football IQ to a room that's filled with young, talented players eager to prove themselves. This is where the free agent market becomes particularly interesting. Several experienced defensive backs are still available, and some could be immediate upgrades for the 49ers. Among them, Rasul Douglas, formerly of the Buffalo Bills, stands out as a smart option. Douglas is a physical corner with a reputation for thriving in zone-heavy defenses, which aligns perfectly with the 49ers' defensive philosophy under defensive coordinator Robert Sale. Although he didn't record any interceptions in 2024, he was a key contributor with 58 tackles, 5 pass breakups, and a forced fumble in 15 starts. His experience, leadership, and physicality could be exactly what the 49ers need to bolster their secondary, especially given that the league's passing game continues to evolve and become more complex every year. Another veteran who's still available and could fit well in San Francisco's plans is Stephon Gilmore. Now, Gilmore is a different kind of player, more seasoned, with a Hall of Fame caliber resume. A former Defensive Player of the Year and a 5-time Pro Bowler, Gilmore has played at a high level well into his 30s. Yes, he's nearing the age of 35, which might raise some eyebrows, but his football IQ, positioning, and leadership are still elite. In 2024, with the Minnesota Vikings, Gilmore proved that he can still compete, tallying 56 tackles, an interception, and 9 pass breakups in 15 starts. His presence alone could elevate the entire secondary, providing a calming veteran influence on a room full of young, hungry players eager to learn. So, what does all this tell us about the 49ers' offseason plans? It's clear they're taking a measured, strategic approach. They're looking at the roster gaps and assessing the free agent market carefully. They want players who can contribute immediately, but also fit into their team culture and scheme. The focus on bringing in veterans like Douglas and Gilmore underscores their desire to balance youth with experience, ensuring that the team remains competitive and resilient throughout the grueling NFL season. Now, beyond just the X's and O's, there's a broader context here, an understanding of what this team is building for. The 49ers, after reaching the NFC Championship game last season, are still chasing that elusive Super Bowl title. They've assembled a roster filled with star talent, from their dynamic defense to their versatile offense led by Brock Purdy and a talented core of receivers. But in the NFL, injuries, unexpected slumps, or even just the sheer strength of divisional rivals can derail even the best-laid plans. That's why every addition, every tweak, every veteran signing matters. It's about creating a roster depth that can withstand the inevitable hurdles a season throws at you. It's about building a team that can adapt, that can respond, and that can seize opportunities when they arise. And if they manage to add the right pieces, whether it's a veteran receiver like Gabe Davis or a seasoned corner like Rasul Douglas or Stephon Gilmore, the 49ers will only strengthen their chances of making a deep playoff run and ultimately competing for another Super Bowl. Looking at the NFC West, it's impossible not to notice how competitive this division is becoming. The Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals are all making moves of their own, and the landscape is shifting quickly. The 49ers have historically been at the top, but maintaining that dominance requires constant evolution. These offseason moves, or potential moves, are critical. They're not just filling roster spots, they're shaping the identity of this team for the upcoming season, reinforcing their reputation as one of the most well-run franchises in the league. And it's not just about this season. The 49ers are building a sustainable championship model, a team that can contend year after year, blending veteran leadership with young, explosive talent. Their front office and coaching staff are known for their meticulous planning, and that's evident in how they're approaching the offseason. Every signing, every workout, every roster tweak is part of a bigger picture, one that aims to keep San Francisco at the forefront of NFL success. Now for the fans, this is what makes following the 49ers so exciting. You see the strategy unfolding, you see the potential upgrades, and you know that behind the scenes, the team is working tirelessly to put together a squad capable of winning it all. These veteran options aren't just filler, they're pieces that could tip the balance in close games, provide stability during tough stretches, and inspire the younger players to elevate their game. In conclusion, the San Francisco 49ers are in a fascinating phase of their offseason journey. They're balancing the need for immediate impact with future-proofing their roster. Their focus on adding experienced veterans in key areas like wide receiver and cornerback shows their commitment to winning now, while also laying the groundwork for sustained success. With the draft approaching and training camp just weeks away, the excitement is palpable. Fans are eager to see how these plans come together on the field, whether it's new signings, young stars stepping up, or strategic adjustments that could define the season. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the team should go all in and sign one of these veterans? Are you confident in the young players stepping up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This is your source for in-depth analysis, breaking stories, and everything you need to stay ahead of the game. Thanks for watching, and let's go Niners!